Okay, welcome back, ProSpartanGamer, with, I suppose you could call this episode 2 if you like, but really it's not really a series. I'm just showing you the best young players on PES 2013, and in this one we've got attacking midfield and centre midfield. So let's just get it right so you guys know. On the actual search screen, let's go back and show you. I've put centre midfield and attacking midfield. You could have centre midfield or attacking midfield. So it's a player that can play attacking mid and centre mid. And obviously straight away you can see there's a couple on there that can also play SS. James Rodriguez and Schürrle. Anyway, top of the pile in this one is Verratti of Paris Saint-Germain. Just plays everywhere in around the middle, still developing, only 20 years old. He's not very tall, so he's not exactly going to be a midfield enforcer in now. And I thought, let's have a look at his stats. Good long ball accuracy, good at the corners, good final ball, body balance 79. I suppose that's not too bad for a youngster. Ball control's very good, dribbling very good. Form of 3, Christ. You'd like to think, the trouble is I don't think that improves as they get older, which would be good if it did, because obviously form in a youngster is more inconsistent, but when they get older that's the making of the player, so maybe they ought to look at that, and that ought to be something that increases as they get older as well. Weighted pass and outside curler, so he's obviously a very good passer of the ball. That's Verratti, the Italian. Now Tiago is obviously now at Bayern Munich, not at Barcelona anymore, after the long transfer saga with him and possibly going to Man United. He ended up going to Bayern Munich. 22 years old. Again, mainly centre area, as you can see from the graph there. A little bit over to the right. Just flick through his stats for him. Lots of ambers there. And again, good passing stats, good ball control. Not very good at body balance, only 73, so he's going to get knocked off the ball a bit with this year's sort of physicality function. Form of 5, that's much better though. And Marseille turn, flip flat, one touch pass, trickster and long ranger. Got a lot of cards there, that's good. One of my personal favourites now, and had a great season 7 for the SP Spartans on 2013. Once again, he hasn't got a face. It's Isco. He's going to be a great signing for Real Madrid in real life. I think he's already started the season on fire. Again, he can play everywhere. I think his best position is attacking midfield, pushing on, perhaps 2 sitters behind him. That's how I would play him. Or I suppose he could come in off the right or the left. 86 rating, 21. Lots and lots of ambers again. 85 final ball. Quite a good finisher as well. I wonder if, yeah, 75 is not bad, I suppose. Dribbling 89, that's good. What cards has he got? 5 on form as well. Only 2, flip flap and Marseille turn. Be a job to wrench him from Real Madrid though in this game, I'm sure. Grinia of Olympic Lyon in France, 22. Lots of ambers again. Like I said, I'm not going to go through every single stat with you guys. I'll leave it up on the screen long enough so you can see. It's just an idea of who's there for you to get. Form of 5 again. I always look at form because obviously that's going to be when you come into a Master League in the game plan. You don't want those blue and purple arrows too much. And obviously that form stat is important. He's got precise touch. Now, James Rodriguez probably would have come up in the first video under SS and centre forward, but I put it in people that could play centre forward and SS. And obviously, as you can see from the graph, James Rodriguez cannot play centre forward on here. He can only play SS or wide on the right, wide on the left, attacking midfield or centre midfield. So lots of options for him. He's at Monaco now. More than useful. Loads of 80s there. Probably the most we've seen. Very, very good. scoring instinct of 82, which is a new stat which I noticed there. Finishing 85, so would be probably very good to have just in behind the front man. Form of 6 as well. I think he's a definite then, if you can get hold of him in years to come. Left-footed as well, which is good, and lots of cards there. Mazy run, incisive run, long ranger, so that's good. Oscar from Chelsea, high rated 85. There he is again, not a very accurate face. Reasonable stats, not as good as Rodriguez, but obviously more of a wide man, I would have said. Form of 5, no cards. We already went through Schürrle on the last video, said that he can play anywhere basically, and there you can see it. Not quite as good up top, but he can play up top, as you can see it by just the light red glow in the penalty area. We won't dwell on him because, like I said, he was in the last video. Furman, again another one from Poland. We saw one in the last video from Poland. Same club as well. Probably be a bit cheaper, Furman, if you can pick him up. The Instigator, so he's obviously a good playmaker there in the midfield and decent stats as well. Final ball's good, vision's good. Apologies for that going off. Ball control 84, lofted pass 84, and he's decent with the kicking power as well. Weak foot accuracy 7, that's excellent, and decent on form. He's definitely one to look out for. Furman, long ball expert and long ranger with the shots, so he's one I'm going to put on my favourites list, that's for sure. And it says other, but obviously at Borussia Dortmund, when the option file's done, we'll see him. Güdoğan, excellent midfielder, one of the best in the world, and he's young as well, so his stats are decent. 80s again there. Form of 5, long ball expert as well. So coming in at number 10, we have the first Englishman in here, and that is Jack Wiltshire. So we know how good he is in England, and if he could only stay fit a bit more, he'd be excellent. Again, no face. 21 years old. Definitely more in centre mid than wide, even though his graph shows he can play wide. Top lot of amber 80s there. Good on the dribbling and ball control, exceptional ball control 88. Form of 4, that's a bit harsh I think. Strongest foot is left. Outside curler, the only card he's got. That's Jack Wiltshire. Eriksson, we showed him in the last video because he can obviously play anywhere at the top, although we did say in the last video we thought his best position was attacking midfield or SS, but definitely not centre forward, but they had him down as playing there as well. But we showed you him, you know, good passing stats, good ball control and good form in that. Pedro Abang from Sampdoria, again another instigator, a bit like Furman, so this is more the ones we're probably looking at on this video, just ones that can play in that midfield bit, centre mid, breaking up the play or being the playmaker, and Pedro Abang's one of those. Final ball 82, vision 83, ball retention's good, so he can do a bit of the dirty work as well. Good all-round player by the look of it. Even the ones that are white are sort of high, are in the 70s. Although ball winning's only 60, so he's probably not going to do that much of the dirty work. Having said that, you still need a defensive mid in there with him. I think we'll probably do a top 15 of just defensive mids, nothing else, because I think that's going to be an important position on this year's PES. That'll probably be the next episode after this one. Form of 6, that's excellent. Long ball expert again. So that's Pedro Abang. Now I took ages trying to say this before I come on air, and I still probably ain't going to say it right. Labiad. Lady boy or something, it's probably the best thing to call him or something, I don't know. He's Moroccan anyway. 84 rating. Still developing. Prolific winger, so obviously he's going to be better in the wide areas. He's probably not going to be a centre mid there. He's probably going to be a good wide man, but obviously he can play in those two positions. I expect he's got a lot of speed about him. Dribble speed 81, speed and agility 83. Although his passing's pretty decent. Final ball and vision at 83. Yeah, decent player all round really. Kicking power 83. Explosive power 86, very good. Form of 5. Knuckle shot, speeding bullet, incisive run and long range up. I think that speeding bullet is the old speed merchant card. Anybody agrees with me or disagrees, then put a comment down below. But I reckon that's the old speed merchant card, the speeding bullet. Be interesting to see whether, obviously they're not going to have sticky feet anymore because of true ball tech, which is good. Another one from Arsenal, this time the Welshman Ramsey. He's having an excellent start to the season in real life, so no surprise that he's on this list. 22 years old, been around for a long time. Definitely more a centre mid than some of the ones on this list. I wouldn't suggest he's that promising playing wide. Good passer of the ball, but probably not the quickest. Final ball and vision again are good. Good work rate. Yeah, probably not as good as some of the others, but still decent. Obviously, he wouldn't be in the top 15 otherwise. Form of 5. Good stamina, 83. No cards. And last but not least on this list is Ferrara. Again, probably more of a winger, as you would suggest. His left midfield is his actual his position, so you're taking a risk if you're signing him just to play in attacking midfield or centre midfield, because obviously his main position is left midfield and you don't know how much his stat is going to drop if you play him in the middle. But it says he can play there and he can play in attacking midfield, which is decent. Only 22 at Udinese, the same place as Muriel from the last video, so they've got a decent attacking side. Let's have a look at his stats. Work rate and penetration are very good. Speed and agility decent, and a good dribble speed. Again, decent on speed, decent on dribbling, so suggestions of a wide player on his stats as well. Form of 6, that's excellent. We haven't seen many of form of 6. Pedro Obang was 6 and Ferrara is 6. So he's going to be available more often than not, which is always useful to look at, guys, especially in the Master League. Speeding bullet card again. So that just about wraps up this second lot of players we've looked at. This is attacking midfield and centre midfield, so they can play in both, don't forget. That's why there's some people whose position isn't either of those on the list. They obviously play in the position on the list as well. Next episode, or next one, we will do just defensive midfield. So we're going to do the top 15 defensive destroyers on the game, the ones that break up play and give it simple. I think you're going to need a couple of them on this year's PES, because getting hold of that ball is crucial in the midfield area where there's a lot of the play going on. Anyway, I've been the Pro Spartan Gamer. Let me know if there's any particular players you would like me to do videos on underneath. And don't forget, once I get an option file and it's a decent one with the teams and the kits and everything on, and probably the championship side as PES Division 2, I will be starting my SP Spartans Master League series again. And if you haven't seen what this is, then check it out from 2013. Very good series. And this year we'll be starting from season 1 with the defaults. Okay, so cheers dudes, and see you later. Thanks again. Bye.